Usual time getting you set for tomorrow's 3 wild-card games, beginning with Josh Allen and the Bills in Jacksonville to play the red-hot Jaguars. 4:30 Eastern, the defending Super Bowl champion Eagles host San Francisco tomorrow night. Chargers take on the Patriots in Foxborough. So let's take a quick look at some of the interesting storylines in those games on the Sunday slate. We'll run some hurry-up offense. Randy, what is the key for the Patriots tomorrow night?
Man, how about letting Drake May continue to cook? Last week, they get rookie left tackle Will Campbell back coming off an injury. But one thing about it, you're first in the National Football League in completion percentage, first in total QBR, and first in yards per attempt. So offensive line, let this man cook back there. Best defense you'll face all year coming with the Chargers. Man, Drake May, it's all about you, baby.
Alex, what do the Chargers need to do to pull off an upset?
Yeah, I'm going to stay with that same theme. And for me, it's about this Chargers defense, especially in the pass game. Listen, they've created more interceptions than they've given up touchdowns. They're the only defense in the league that can say that. And again, going up against a dynamic Patriots offense and Drake May, who may be the best deep ball quarterback in the NFL, this is going to play out big.
That's the night game. Let's switch to the afternoon game. Rex, what are you looking for from the defending champs tomorrow?
Run, Eagles, run. Because Saquon is fresh, he's healthy, they've rested their players. We need to see Saquon at his best. I think we will. This 49ers defense couldn't stop a nosebleed last week, gave up 180 yards to the Seahawks. It could be an easy 200-yard rushing game for Philly. Don't forget your quarterback.
And then, Teddy, how about the Niners?
You got to be efficient if you're Brock Purdy, and that's middle of the field passing game, and get rid of it quick because that rush with Davis and Carter. So Brock Purdy, finding those two you've been used to. Kittle, all right? McCaffrey over the middle of the field, quick, get rid of it, hit that on time, Alex, get rid of that as soon as you get your back foot because the pressure is coming.
Okay, so those are the afternoon games, the later ones, and then the first game tomorrow will involve Josh Allen in Jacksonville. Allen, one of 4 AFC quarterbacks with at least 3 playoff wins since 2020, but he's the only one playing in this postseason. No Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar Jackson. First time since 2018 that neither Mahomes nor Burrow will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. So Allen knows there is pressure to make this run now.
Aren't we the 6th seed? The whole world's not saying the Bills. No, nobody's talking about the Buffalo Bills. So I feel like, all the stress is not on our shoulders. Everybody's record is 0-0. I like our team against anybody, so.
Yeah, backs against the wall. Yeah, you have to have that mindset of, you win the game or you go home, and that's exactly what the playoffs are about. And again, you always want to end your season on a win, and that's our main goal.
So people are presenting this as Josh Allen under the pressure to get it done. Rex, is that how you see it?
I don't see it that way, Greeny. I see the pressures on Sean McDermott, the coach. And why? Look, Josh Allen has performed at an extremely high level in every playoff game. The unit that hasn't is the Bills' defense. The Bills, in all of Josh Allen's losses, if you call them Josh Allen's losses, the defense has given up over 30 points in every one of those games. So to me, I think it's on Sean McDermott. He's got to get a road victory, and that's something that a Josh Allen, Sean McDermott team hasn't done before.
I agree. I think there's organizational pressure, right? Again, Josh Allen is one of the best players maybe in the history of football, in his prime, and you can't get it done. And now all these quarterbacks that have knocked him out, that have been his Achilles heel or their Achilles heel, aren't in there anymore, right? And so there is, I think, organizational pressure to go get it done. But it's interesting, you heard Deion Dawkins there really trying to keep that underdog mentality, right? I think try to keep that edge that we're just the 6th seed. No one's expecting anything out of us. But they're not sure that obviously is, around the building.
I do love the running game. Deion Dawkins, you heard him talking about it. That's the right attitude. I love that offensive line, what Aaron Cromer has done. This is the best run game in the league. Cook led the league in rushing. So, yes, there's a little pressure off Josh Allen because I expect them to run the football, but it's going to come down to Josh Allen. This isn't coaching. This isn't anything like that. In the fourth quarter, I expect him to make a play. It's going to be him or Trevor, and Josh is going to make it or not. And if he does, that's great. He's moving on. We can have this conversation again next week for the next round. round. But until he gets to that championship round, until he gets to that Super Bowl, I mean, I'm going to see Josh Allen is incredibly talented.
He's made a lot of fourth quarter plays
then he
in his
has
playoff
to do
career,
it
and
again.
To Rex's point, it's been let down.
Then he's got to do it again and again
too many
and again.
seconds on the clock.
This is another year. I mean, the pressure's always on your best player. He's the best player.
You know, you're talking about the quarterbacks that are out in the AFC, but there's one thing that really stands out to me. I'm going back to that Thursday night in Houston where that defense just obliterated the whole organization for the Buffalo Bills. And the reason why I say that is because you're talking about the pressures on the organization, the pressures on Josh Allen. Yes, it is, because when you look at this AFC conference, it's not about the quarterbacks, it's about the defense. When you talk about Denver's D, the Texans D, and they're going up against the Jags D tomorrow. So a lot of pressure is just not on McDermott, it's on Josh Allen, it's on the offensive coordinator Brady. So everybody has pressures on them. Can they get it done is the question.
Yeah, there's an avalanche coming downhill, okay, in the NFL. And it's led by Trevor Lawrence, Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bo Nix, to where all of these quarterbacks are going to put all these other guys that couldn't get it done. They're in danger of getting beat by these guys and being passed over. And this is the same type of pressure I think Josh Allen has in this game.
Real quick, we talk about the pressure. Over the last couple of weeks, Alex, you brought it up. I think last week we talked about what the Jacksonville Jaguars average. They average, what, like 33 points a game?
Yes.
I don't think the running game for the Buffalo Bills is going to really put light the scoreboard up like that. I know we're going to have a great discussion about it tomorrow, but the wide receivers on the outside has been inconsistent for the Buffalo Bills. How will they fare against this defense?
So you mentioned the pressure that may exist on Sean McDermott, their coach, who has done a whole lot of winning, but obviously, like his quarterback, has not gotten to the biggest game. We have Adam Schefter with us. Shefty, what would you, when you hear Rex say he thinks there's a lot of pressure on Sean McDermott tomorrow, what do you hear?
I think that's the feeling around the league right now. We are coming off a week in which the Baltimore Ravens moved on from John Harbaugh after 18 seasons because he struggled to get the team over the top in recent seasons. Sean McDermott has been in Buffalo half the time. He has been unable to help get this team over the top. There have been any number of big losses, road losses. This is a team that hasn't won a road game since 1992. Josh Allen has lost all 4 of his road games, and owners watch owners. And we've already seen 25% of the league turn over their head coaches. People in Buffalo obviously have to be paying attention. We're not saying his job's on the line. We're just saying this is a potential issue to watch, and that certainly seems to be the feeling across the league.
Yeah, I think that's one to keep an eye on, Shefty. Outstanding, as always. We hear John Harbaugh waiting till next week to take more interviews, maybe waiting to see what all the options might be.
Yeah, I warn teams like this, like Baltimore, like Buffalo. I mean, how many good head coach candidates do you think are out there? Yeah. I mean, you're not going to walk. Ben Johnsons don't grow on trees. You know, so, I mean, the more openings there are, I mean, it's going to get a little bit diluted here.
All right, I'll tell you what else don't grow on trees. Catches like the ones Randy Moss used to make. We have enjoyed a season filled with fabulous catches on you guys.